Good morning from Iten, Kenya. It's Wednesday, 6:30 a.m. Just a recovery run this morning. Actually feeling pretty knackered. We've been doing a lot, and yesterday's session was tough, and it's a busy day. And I'm feeling a bit tired, but I'm up and I'm out. You can't waste these runs in Kenya, so you've got to fit them in and get out and do them. Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Nice and chirpy, everyone.
Yeah, let's go.
They're chirpier than I am, anyway. The other thing this week, I've kind of got into the Kenyan way. I would normally just wear shorts and a t-shirt in these sorts of conditions, but I've gone full tracksuit, tights and a jacket, long sleeve, really layering up. I don't really know why. The Kenyans are doing it, so I'm doing it. Maybe they're cold. I certainly warm up during my run. Maybe it slows me down, maybe it doesn't. Maybe that's the altitude. There's still a bit of a buzz around here after yesterday and the track session with Kipchoge. If you haven't seen that vlog, you have to check it out. But yeah, there's a buzz and everyone's still like smiling and talking about it because it was just so inspiring. Nice easy pace, nice and controlled, feel good, and hopefully I'll recover well today, ready for a big session tomorrow. There you go, 1 hour done, really nice. So I've been doing a lot of my running. We run as a group at the start and then we sort of go off with our own paces, and I've ended up running a lot of my runs with Emmanuel and we get on really well. It's really enjoyable running with him and chatting with him and joking with him, and yeah, it's just really nice. So we've agreed to meet later and go for another run. That's not on the program, but like I would be doubling, he would be doubling, so he was like, yeah, why don't you come along for my second run? It's just the Kenya experience. It's just a really nice way of doing it for whatever level you are. The group we have are really close knit now, and it's really nice, and we get along really well. But the fact that we have paces and stuff as well really helps, and means that we don't get lost, we've got company, and it's just a really good way of doing it. So for the rest of the day, we visited the Katimba Edwards Foundation. This is a foundation that the Kenya Experience works with and donates towards. It's a foundation that helps kids in the area, in the Iten area, and it gives them a chance basically. They initially took us to a house where a family of 7 were living. They were sleeping on the floor, they couldn't really afford food, and the living conditions were really poor. And then they took us to where the family's living now. They'd built them a house. They'd given them a bit of land so they could grow crops and sell them at the market. It's amazing the work they've done and how they've set these families up to be self-sufficient. They then took us to an area where loads of houses had been built for families in the area and given these kids a chance. And the money that is donated to this foundation goes towards helping kids pay for school fees and books and food, and just gives kids a chance basically is their motto. It was really nice and rather moving seeing the work they've done, and I'm really glad that part of the Kenya experience is visiting the Katimba Edwards Foundation. The work the Katimba Edwards Foundation do is amazing and is genuinely changing lives. If any of you do have a few pounds spare, it'd be amazing if you could support the foundation. I don't use Patreon, I don't ask for any money towards this channel, so perhaps if you do have any money lying around and feeling generous, then you can donate towards the foundation. In the afternoon after lunch, we headed to the local synthetic track to do drills. The track is owned by the high altitude training camp where we were staying. It's a really good facility and amazing to use, and the drills we were doing were really interesting. Lots of which I'd done before, but some of which I hadn't. And it was just really interesting seeing different people's opinions, listening to Coach Hugo and his take on drills and how they can impact your running. So that was really good. One of the frustrating things is that locals have to pay to use that track, so very few locals do use the track. It's very much a track that's used by some of the more wealthy, supported elite runners, and by people staying at the high altitude training camp. But I do understand that it's a business decision. I just do find it a little bit frustrating. But yeah, the drills were good. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. And then after the track, I joined Emmanuel for a run, and he agreed to do a little Q&A, and I found it fascinating. So I'm hoping you do too. I've put some subtitles on because the audio quality's not that great. Sometimes it's a little bit windy and hard to hear, but hopefully you find this Q&A really interesting with Emmanuel, who I would class as an upcoming elite runner in Kenya. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you've got enough time to sit down, grab a cuppa, and listen to what Emmanuel had to say about running in Kenya.
My name is Emmanuel Kipruto from Iten. I'm a marathoner, and I'm gonna have my second marathon next year April. I have 2:19, my best in full marathon for 2 kilometers here in Kenya.
Okay.
And my second marathon will be next year April, Eldoret City Marathon. And I want to run 2:15, and that you can run in Europe at sea level 2:10. That's my target.
Okay.
Yes.
Run us through your PBs. 2:19 for marathon at altitude. What
Yes.
about half marathon?
Half marathon I have 61, right in Qatar. I have several 28 minutes in Kenya.
5k?
5k, I've never run 5k.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very nice.
but that's long ago. When I was in high school, I ran, I think 14:04.
Yeah.
That's long, about 10 years ago.
Talk us through a typical training week.
Sorry. Okay. Our program is from Monday to Saturday.
Yeah.
So on Monday we have a steady pace of 350, that's 20 kilometers. Then the afternoon we run 10k, easy run, a total of 30 kilometers every day. Then Tuesday is speed walk. Either we go to Fat Lake or to the track. So when you go to Fat Lake, it's 20 times. That's 40 minutes. Then you go to the track, you do maybe 400 meters, 500 meters, 1600 meters. That's it. Then in the afternoon, 10k is run. Then Wednesday morning, 18 to 19 kilometers, easy run. That's recover run. Pace of 4, then 5 minutes per kilometer. Then the afternoon, 10k as usual. Then Thursday is Fat Lake. So Fat Lake we have 1-1, 30 times, 2-1, 17 times, 3-1, 13 times. So the sequence goes that way. This Thursday we have 1-1, the next Thursday 2-1, 3-1, then back. Then we have special one, 5-2. That's only for marathoners. Call it special because just once in a week, in a month. Sorry. And then Friday is a recover run, 18 kilometers. Then on Saturday we have a long run. If you have longer, maybe 35 plus, then you don't have to do twice on Friday. If you have 30 and below, then you have twice on Friday. On Sunday we rest. Like for me, I go to church and then have fun with my family. That is it. Then Monday we start the program as usual. That is it.
What about your long runs? You said to me that earlier in the season you do hilly and then they get faster, closer. Is this true?
You're starting running, then you start with the hills. I can say the hard course. Then sprinting and the rest. Then after 1 month we have the flat courses. We do the flat course because you need that speed, steady speed. So maybe the first 1 month we do mostly on the rough hills. Then after that 1 month we go now to flatter courses. and we train on the tarmac.
And that's lower altitude, yeah?
Yeah, at low altitude, maybe 2,200 to 2,000. Yeah, around there. Just down and lower it, not around in 10 again. But the rest we do around in 10. The rest runs. You see, running is progress is slow. So maybe in the next few years, after 215, 210, then I'll be lowering slowly by slowly until 2625, where my friends are. Yeah. I have a good friend of mine last Sunday. He ran Malanga in Spain marathon 2:7, and we have the same strength together. So I believe I can run under 210.
I agree, absolutely.
Yes.
And if you could choose, where would you race? What marathon?
Maybe I'll start with Paris.
Yeah.
Because I was to run last year, but because of Corona, everything was cancelled. So I had everything was put in place. So maybe that will be my first sea level marathon, and maybe I could get maybe 210 or under 210.
And if you had the choice of any marathon in the world after that?
Then after that I won Rotterdam, Amsterdam, and maybe the last is maybe Berlin. I run well all the rest. Then definitely I'll call to run Berlin.
What about London?
Yeah, even London. Got this. Yeah, maybe after Paris I run well. The London. Yeah, all those major races.
Yeah, come to London.
I'll definitely.
Then, I can be there supporting.
You lost me there.
Yeah, you can stay with me.
Then I get the Kenyan tea there.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe I'll come with the ugali there. Good, and chapati.
You'll have to make the ugali.
Yeah. Good.
Back home,
yeah,
the big question that they all ask is, why are Kenyan runners so fast? What is the secret?
The secret is we train all that. This is our work. It's our job, not like you. At home in the Western country, you just go to your job, you're in our office, then you have little time for training. So for us, we just train, eat, and rest. That is it. And most of all, discipline. It's everything.
Yeah.
And like me, I was a runner since I was young. I didn't knew that one day I'll be a good runner the same the way I am. So it's a talent. Yes, that's it.
Hard work.
Yeah.
Hard work and patience.
Hard work, pace. Yeah, hard work, patience, pace, perseverance, pace. For me, I ran for 4 years without everything. Just no race. When I used to attend only the Kenyan race, and the Kenyan race are very competitive. Then after the 4th year, I went to Central America for a run, and I stayed there for 1 month. So I was racing every Sunday, and nobody catches me. I was topping.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Where was that? El Salvador?
El Salvador, yeah. Then I was to run Guatemala, just neighbor to El Salvador.
Yeah.
But the visa problems made me not to run there.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was a good race. There were some Kenyans also as well. Yeah.
So what about nutrition? What's your diet like? What do you eat?
Oh, our food is simple. In the morning, the Kenyan tea, and maybe some size of bread.
Is that before your run or afterwards?
When you are doing long run, we just eat little, maybe a 4, take a banana, maybe 1 cup of tea. But the rest, easy runs, we just run without anything. No tea, no everything. So just that is it. Then lunch we have maybe ugali, the sieve maize, and maybe porridge with vegetables, and maybe sometimes there's what they call gideri, mixture of beans and maize. Then we're cooked. So inside there's carbohydrates and proteins, and maybe at 4 before the jogging run, you have maybe a small, maybe an egg, and maybe some fruits. That is it. Then in the evening, ugali, and maybe milk, and vegetarians. That is it. That's our simple food.
Any meat?
Maybe meat once in a week or twice in a week, but not actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's expensive.
It's expensive also, and it is hard to digest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't want the problem with the stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for those who have run well, they have good money, they can buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the juniors, you see, it's hard for them to afford it with the food, where they live, because most of the runners, they're not just around from Iten, they're just far from Iten. So because Iten is a very nice place for training, so most of our athletes are not the origins of Iten.
So they come here to train?
Yeah, they come here to train because they find the altitude, the athletes, they are rich. There is hospitality of athletes just around in Iten, and you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk about training in groups.
Yeah, we have several groups in Iten. Mine is called Lily's group. We are about 50 of us, and we have a leader in our group, who's controlling the pace. Not everyone can control the pace. If they say today we are doing a long run of pace of 340, then there is someone who's good at controlling the pace. Not everyone. So we have about maybe 4 of us who's leading, then the rest of us are just back of them. Then they are the one controlling. So group training is very important. It's teamwork, one rhythm. So when you have one rhythm, it's nice. It gives you motivation, and your focus just on running. But when you are alone, you run alone, thinking a lot of things. So group training is very important.
And do you do group runs for your easy runs?
Not easy. The afternoon ones we do just individually.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't.
What about Monday, Wednesday, and Friday?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the morning we do group training.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you're doing long run, those who are running the road racers, 10 kilometers and 20 kilometers, they'll not go proceed 25 plus. So there's 25 and below. They are long run. But for marathoners, 30 plus.
And you mentioned to me a 25k run you do in your training?
Yeah, there is that threshold, 25. So that gives you maybe endurance, speed endurance.
So you do that closer to marathon pace?
Yeah, close to marathon pace. And that is maybe just once in a month.
So maybe 3 times before the marathon?
Yeah, 3 times before marathon, yeah. Let's say if you have on April, February, March, then maybe one before your race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about your taper?
Sorry?
Taper? How do you reduce your volume before a race to freshen up?
Oh, that is 2 weeks before the race.
Yeah.
You reduce your volume, and maybe you run on your own.
Yeah.
Just you reduce your mileage, not more than 20.
Why do you run on your own?
Just to keep yourself energy for the next race.
So
because you don't want to burn your body.
You don't want to be pushing?
Yeah, you don't want to be pushing. So you keep energy, conserve energy for the next marathon. Otherwise, at least you will your performance will be not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Emmanuel, thank you so much for, well, thank you for this week, for running with me all week. You've been a great company. We've had a good laugh, a good chat, and thank you for answering questions today.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for everything. Well, almost that 1 week, and welcome back to Kenya when you have free time, and when you go back there, you are not the same Matt. You are a Kenyan. I think maybe I'll give you a Kenyan name.
And we're all running
temperature's actually absolutely fine. Really nice, really refreshing. So I finally got in the pool after a full week here, and it wasn't cold at all. It was perfect temperature, refreshing, but not cold, just really nice. And it's a really calm evening, and it's my last night here, and it's pretty stunning, to be honest, and I'm gonna miss this place. I'm really excited to get home actually. I really miss my family, but it doesn't change that I'm gonna miss training here and miss the friends I've made, miss the trails here, miss the altitude, and miss the calmness. The calmness is just really nice. But I also miss the carnage and chaos that is family life too, so I can't wait for that.